One of Fortnite's most favorite seasonal events is upcoming very shortly. We have everything you guys need to know about Fortnitemares 2025. All of the brand new free rewards, brand new cosmetics that will be hitting the item shop that you definitely want to be sure you're staying tuned for, along with all brand new mythic items that will be arriving for this year's Fortnitemares event, which was honestly looking to be one of the best ones we've ever gotten. Trust me, you want to be sure you're staying tuned to the very end of this video. But first, we're getting so close to my goal of 440,000 subscribers, and if you subscribe right now, I'd greatly appreciate it. And as a bonus, consider dropping a like if you'd like to see this on your account the next time you log in. And if any of you guys have been picking up anything inside of the item shop for yourself, do consider using my support creator code YTURAY, as it greatly supports the channel that extra mile. And well, with all of that being said, let's jump straight into Fortnitemares 2025. So we've obviously got the arrival of Fortnite Shock and Awesome just last week, and with the arrival of the brand new season, we've had tons of new information leaked within the game files relating to Fortnitemares 2025. She'll be returning this October, which is in less than 2 months time, and we have so much included with this brand new update. Kick it off, it looks like we're actually going to be seeing some brand new map changes, just like the way we did see in last year's Fortnitemares event, when we actually had the arrival of a haunted barn location, which did replace reckless railways, which I honestly thought was pretty cool, considering this was obviously a pretty big map change. It looks like it will be returning this year as well, somewhere on the Fortnite Island. Still up in the air where exactly this will actually be showing up, but I do think it's a pretty cool update nonetheless, as this location had tons of small Easter eggs. Not only that, we do also have the return of the chainsaw that obviously arrived from last year as well, which was honestly a pretty fun weapon to use. You could do some pretty basic melee attacks with it, but you could also use this to traverse the Fortnite Island, and it was honestly a pretty insane way of traversing. With the arrival of Fortnite Shock and Awesome, a lot of the files relating to the chainsaw have been re-added to the game files, obviously preparing for the return for Fortnitemares 2025. Also keep in mind that obviously with last year's Fortnitemares, we had so many different collaborations, as we did have the arrival of the Disney Villains bundle, I thought was pretty cool, along with the arrival of Edward Scissorhands. We even had a Venom collaboration and also a Nightmare Before Christmas. The collaboration that I'm pretty sure everybody was most excited for last year was obviously the arrival of Billy from the Saw movies, and also Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which are two pretty big horror icons when it comes to horror movies, and I honestly was kind of shocked that they did make their way into Fortnite. But it looks like we're gonna have the arrival of even more horror icons, and some that you guys are definitely going to be a big fan of, so be sure you stay tuned as we're going to be going over those very shortly. But we do actually have the return of this year's birthday event as well, that will be returning on September, which is going to mean even more brand new free rewards, and this is going to be Fortnite's 8th birthday. And obviously you can guess that all of the rewards are probably going to be the return of some back blings, obviously with the number 8 on them, and also a harvesting tool. We've had so many of those over the years, ever since Fortnite's very first birthday, so if you have each and every single one of the birthday cosmetics, you definitely are one of the very few. We do actually have the arrival of an all brand new birthday medallion that you will be able to find as a part of Fortnite's 8th birthday, which will actually spawn a present on every player that you do actually eliminate in game. I think it's pretty cool, because normally there is challenges tied to these birthday presents, and they are kind of hard to find in game regularly. If you can get your hands on this medallion, it will definitely make that so much easier. Be sure to keep an eye out on that, and who knows, we may even see the arrival of a brand new birthday skin, as there's obviously so many of them already in the game that are obviously a part of Save the World. So many people have wanted them to make their way to the game inside a battle royale for quite some time now. But obviously Fortnitemares 2025 will be returning this October. We do actually have all brand new medallions that are actually going to be making their way, that are actually tied to some of these brand new horror icons, which I honestly think is pretty cool. I'm really excited to see how these medallions actually play out in the middle of a match. But also keep in mind that this season isn't actually going to be lasting that long, as we do know it will be ending on November 1st, and then we will be going directly into a 1 month long season, and it's similar to previous years when we've had Fortnite OG, and then we did even have Fortnite Remix. This year it does look like Fortnite is actually doing something a little bit differently, as it looks like we're going to be seeing the arrival of an all new Simpsons themed season. We did have leaks that it was actually said to have Springfield as the map that we're actually going to be on. It turns out that that's not actually going to be the case at all, as it looks like this brand new mini season is going to be taking place on the Chapter 6 island. My guess is we will see tons of Simpsons locations show up on the Chapter 6 Mimics Island, which I'm really curious at how exactly this is going to look, considering it's obviously a cartoon-like style. But still sounds pretty cool. Nonetheless, I can't wait to see what this brand new season looks like, especially with the arrival of a all brand new Simpsons themed battle pass, which is going to include 5 skins in that season, considering it's obviously a mini season. Be sure to keep an eye out on that. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. But when it does come to this year's Fortnitemares, we do actually have tons of brand new skins that have actually already been revealed to us that will most likely be in the item shop. I know everybody is a big fan of all of the skins that we do get for every year's Fortnitemares, as they're honestly some of the best ones we get every year. But thanks to an Epic Games survey, we've actually had a look at a few of the brand new upcoming item shop cosmetics. You can see here is a few of them up on screen right here. We do have some pretty cool ones. I'm a big fan of this one right here, which obviously does look a bit like a Frankenstein-like skin, which is kind of funny considering we actually already have Frankenstein in Fortnite. We do also have a reskin version of Peabody, it looks like, but this time around you can see that it's obviously pumpkin heads, which I think is a nice little twist on the character. But my personal favorite skin that we can see actually on this survey is probably the brand new Mimic Knight skin. You can see right here is basically a reskin version of the Black Knight, but you can see that on the chest of it, it's basically a monster version known as a Mimic, and this is actually a pretty cool outfit. Probably the most accurate version of a Black Knight that we have in Fortnite, not counting the one that was obviously in the OG pass for Season 2. But honestly, we do have some pretty solid skins here. Be sure to let me know down in the comments out of all of these, which one are you most looking forward to? Some of the brand new collaborations are definitely going to have you sold on this year's Fortnitemares. Oh, okay, we have some people here at the gas station at Shine and Span. Oh my god. Alright, wasn't expecting that. There's like so many people here right now. Oh my god. Okay. GG's. Okay, I think that's everybody. So we do obviously have the arrival of Fortnitemares 2025, bringing along 2 brand new horror icons to the game. And they also will be coming alongside with their very own medallions, which honestly sound insane, with the very first one coming for the arrival of Ghostface from the Scream movies. If any of you guys have ever seen those, honestly probably one of my favorite horror movies, which is honestly perfect timing considering I believe the final Scream movie is actually releasing very soon as well. And we do know that Ghostface is going to be getting his very own skin in Fortnite, most likely hitting the item shop, along with a brand new medallion which will allow you to actually stalk enemy players on the Fortnite island and also use Ghostface's traditional knife as a weapon, which I'm honestly really curious to how exactly this will work and how you'll be able to stalk enemy players. Maybe you'll be able to go invisible somehow, and maybe be able to even ring them on a phone, which I think would honestly be so cool for Scream, considering that's obviously what he's known for in the movies. And honestly, I think the medallion is going to be a pretty cool one. I think it's honestly pretty sick that we're getting more unique medallions in Fortnite now. And I think honestly, Fortnite, shock and awesome, probably has the best batch of medallions we've had in the entirety of Chapter 6. I mean, even with this one we actually have on right now, we can do a double jump, which honestly comes in so handy when you're traversing the island. And this Ghostface one sounds no different. I can't wait to see what the skin is going to be like officially when it makes its way into the game. But honestly, this next collaboration has me even more excited. But you can also expect some of the previous mythic items for each Fortnitemares making the return to the game, such as the Witch's Broom, which honestly is another really good way of traversing the Fortnite island, which normally makes its appearance every single year, which honestly I think is just a staple of Fortnitemares at this point. Alongside with the pumpkin launcher, which let's be honest, if they didn't add the pumpkin launcher to the game, it wouldn't really be Fortnitemares. Along with some potentially brand new weapons and obviously some brand new mobility items, which I think could honestly be pretty cool for this year. As we do also have one more medallion, which I honestly can't wait to get my hands on this year, along with an all new collaboration, which honestly is probably going to be my favorite. But we do only have 9 players left, and it seems like we have a batch of them right in front of us here, so let's quickly grab those. Oh yeah, see buddy. We got a rip pod coming in as well. Yeah, bro. Oh my goodness. This Eradicator Marksman Wrecker Revolver is honestly, bro, pretty in this bush. Oh my god. Bro, could have easily have gotten me from there, because I was just not paying attention. And of course, we had to rock the brand new Drift skin, which is now available in the OG pass. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this design. I'm using the version without the cape because I'm not actually a big fan of capes in Fortnite altogether, but I do think this is a pretty cool one. I think I would have preferred if it even had a hood up edit style to go with this one, as Drift is probably one of my favorite characters in Fortnite. But still, it looks pretty cool nonetheless, and this is obviously the final edit style that you will unlock in the OG pack. We have the final, yeah, there's the final 2 guys right here. Oh, just one now. And he was one tap. Oh my god, bro had no chance at all. GG's. So it also looks like we're going to be seeing the arrival of Jason Voorhees in Fortnite as well, which I honestly was not expecting whatsoever. I suppose actually leaks going back a few years that Jason Voorhees would be actually coming to the game, but obviously that never ended up happening. With him getting his very own skin, which is obviously going to look like this, as you can see up on screen, most likely coming with his machete in the form of a brand new harvesting tool, and potentially even an edit style, which will allow you to transform into Jason X, which is basically this, which you can see up on screen. Basically, it's a space version of Jason from one of the final movies. Honestly, it's a bit wacky, but I think it looks pretty cool. I definitely think it would be a pretty cool addition to have in the form of an edit style for Jason. And while he is also set to actually have his very own medallion as well, and still unknown exactly what his one is actually going to be. Maybe I'll allow you to use his machete in the form of a weapon. I think that would honestly be a pretty sick one. Or maybe it'll just give you even more health, considering Jason is basically invincible in the Friday the 13th movies. And even with the arrival of Jason, I honestly would not be surprised if we had the arrival of Camp Crystal Lake in the form of a brand new location on the Fortnite island. I think that would be super fitting, as that's obviously one of the main locations on where the Friday the 13th movies do actually take place, and they could definitely do something pretty creepy with Camp Crystal Lake. So be sure to keep an eye on that and let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited for Jason Voorhees to make his way into Fortnite. And obviously there could be even more surprises up Fortnite's sleeve when it comes to Fortnitemares 2025. I'm still hoping out that we get the arrival of Chucky somehow, considering we do know within the next Fortnite update we should be getting the arrival of companions, considering a lot of them have already leaked, as we're going to be seeing the arrival of a dog and even a turtle on a skateboard, which you can see right here, along with a mecha team leader companion, which is also pretty funny looking. And I think Chucky could actually make for a pretty cool companion as well, obviously following you around the Fortnite island, acting as an AI assistant. And it's now been confirmed that you will actually be able to use companions with the next Fortnite update, and anybody who actually has the battle pass will be able to get a free companion. In the bonus rewards tab, you would have noticed that on the very final page we do actually have 6 reward tabs, when the final 3 pages are normally super level edit styles, and all of the other pages only have 5. So it looks like we're actually going to be seeing the arrival of a brand new companion very soon within the battle pass, most likely being one of the bugs, which I think could honestly be a pretty cool reward. And Chucky, I think, could make for a super cool companion. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you think about that, and are you excited for Fortnitemares 2025? As we still have a little bit to go before that update obviously arrives in game. But unfortunately, that is all we pretty much have time for here in today's video, and if you did watch all the way to the very end of it, be sure to drop this word down in the comments alongside with your Epic Games ID. And if you're not already, do consider using my support creator code YTORAY, as it really supports the channel that extra mile. And if you did enjoy, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.